Hi, and welcome to a short video on how to use Jamboard. It's a whiteboard app that's included with your Google Drive. And I want to show you the functions and also talk to you about ways that you can utilize it with your students through Google Meet. So in your Drive, you go to New, More, and then you choose Google Jamboard. So here's where you title your Jamboard, and this is where you will do everything you're going to do. I already have one titled here that we can practice with. So notice I've given the title Acute and Obtuse Angles. And here's your plain whiteboard. You can add frames. So I just added a second frame. And you can change the background. If you're doing charts and graphs, you can choose a background that works for that. You can clear the frame, which clears everything off of it. This is the undo, which I utilize a lot. Here's the pen. When you click the first time, it's just a simple pen in the gray color. If you click twice, it gives you options on the thickness and type and also on the color, and I'll show you how you can use that. Also, there's an erase. You can select items. There's a sticky note function that I'll show you, an add image, and a laser if you want to point to certain things. So I'm going to show you this as if you were going to use it, to actually use it as a live whiteboard with your students. And so what I'm doing is I am starting it here, and then on my iPad, I am also in my Drive and have pulled up this exact Jamboard. So it is in two places, on my laptop and on my iPad, so that I can actually write on it and the students can see it appear on my shared screen in Google Meets. Okay, so I am talking about acute and obtuse angles with my students, and so I want to add an image of a protractor. Now I already pulled up protractors, so I'm going to choose the one I want to use. There it is. I'm going to make it slightly bigger and move it within the screen to be about centered. It's probably a little off center, it looks like. Okay, and now I am going to talk to my students and talk them through how to identify acute and obtuse angles using this protractor. However, it is very difficult for me to use a trackpad to draw correctly on this. In fact, I can't do it. So I'm going to undo that, and I'm going to switch now to my iPad, again, that is also in exactly the same Jamboard that I've created. And so now what you'll see is I am highlighting the 90-degree angle, and you'll see that appear on the screen. So your students will watch you do that. Now it's still not perfect, and I can undo this and do it again. But that's my 90-degree angle. And now I want to tell them this is what a 90-degree angle is. So I'm going to use the sticky note function, which is here, and I'm going to choose the same color that I used in the highlighter. And here I'm going to say right angle 90 degrees and hit save, and it will appear on my screen. So now I want to show them different types of angles. So on my iPad, I am now going to choose a different color. I will choose green, and I am going to do a 60-degree angle, which you are seeing drawn now. And then I will add a sticky note in that color that says acute angle 60 degrees. One thing you need to know is it places each post-it on top of the original post-it, but I can come and now grab that and move it to wherever I want it to be. I'm going to do an obtuse angle using my iPad, and I will choose orange. And we will do 160 degrees. And I will add a sticky note in the orange color that says obtuse angle. (130 degrees). Again, it's going to place it directly over my initial post-it, and so I can move that down here. I can also then make a note for the students that everything to the left, to the right, before 90 degrees, below 90 degrees, is acute. And everything higher than 90 degrees is obtuse. And I'm using the writing, excuse my handwriting, the writing function in which to do that. And I can color code it. So this is a way that you could do this on screen as a whiteboard while you're doing Google Meets. You would go to your Meet, you would then present your screen, you would have it up and on your computer you're using, but then if you also have an iPad, you have it there, and that's how you can make it live and real time. So after that, you can also share this in your Google Classroom if you'd like as a material for students to look at. You can even make it interactive for them and give them editing rights, and they can practice and create their own angles and identify them. And there are just lots of ways that you can use this as a whiteboard the way you would use it in your classroom. So I hope this was useful, and thank you very much.